right, Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. We're talking up the Canes today. We want to remind you that if you want to help support the channel, you can do that with the Super Chat button. Just hit that $ down there, fill out the amount, and help us out to keep Mark Rogers TV alive. And also, of course, dive into the videos that we're releasing on a daily basis right here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, the best discussion, debate, and analysis, and especially, you see him right there. Joining us today, we got Zoe on the line. Alonzo 1219. So you got to check him out at the U family. Alonzo 1219, the U family. Zoe, how you doing today?
Man, I'm great. Awesome. Glad to be on the show today with you, my brother.
Man, you're looking good.
I'm looking old.
Oh, you're looking good.
I'm looking old, man. I see you shave. You decided to shave yours off. You grew it back a little bit.
Yeah, we went out for my mom's birthday last Saturday night, and I knew she would like it if I took it all off.
You got my mother liked the beard, so
I went clean, and it's growing back from there. It takes me a little while, but man, you got the black. The black is clean, especially now with the hat too. It's nice.
Yeah, I got a few of these made up. I got the orange one. If you can see the orange one behind me, I got that one made. I got a few people that wanted them, so I made up a few and sent out a few.
All right. We've got the live chat fired up. I'm sure there's going to be people commenting and asking questions, but we'll just start talking about the news of the day and anywhere you want to take this, though, as you well know. And I like to impress upon everybody out there. You're probably a Miami football fan if you're watching us right now. And if anybody, and I can't imagine anybody out there doesn't know about Zoe, but if you don't, you got to check him out at Alonzo 1219, the U family, and not only check him out, support the channel. If you want this to continue here and over there, you got to help us keep it going.
I'm glad you said that, because people tell me I be begging. People say I be begging if I ask for donations. They say all he do is beg for money.
Well, let him talk.
Oh my God, it's a lot of people don't understand how much energy and how much time you put in behind the scenes into this YouTube thing. Everybody just think you come on camera and talk.
Absolutely.
I wish it was that. I wish it was that easy.
What have you been doing all day? You've been grinding all day at your regular job, and now you're on with me, helping me out. Then you got stuff to do for your own channel.
And you helped me out a bunch too. So I mean, and I see you growing. You're growing the way you should be. I expect you to be at 15, 20,000 before the end of the season. You're growing pretty fast now. I'm loving it. People are finally starting to respect what you do.
Well, folks are catching up. Sometimes it takes them a little while, but they're going to catch up. They're catching up to you. They're catching up to me. And the beauty in it, if we talk about this all the time, I support Zoe. He supports me. We do it different ways. Not everybody's going to do it the same. That would make for a boring world. We do it different ways, different type of analysis, different type of talk, and it's all good. And you get the flavor that you want for that particular day.
Oh yeah, it's definitely you can't be you got to get outside the box sometimes, and everybody can't be the same. If it's the same, if people listen to the same exact analysis, then it would be a boring life. It would be. We talk about that on Facebook sometimes. People are different in different ways. That don't make you right or wrong. It just makes you different. That's all.
There you go.
So,
there's a few rights and wrongs in life, but we won't get to those. But it's about loving people and being respectful and doing the right thing.
Exactly.
And defending your turf and defending your people. But beyond that, man, it's a lot of opinion about football. So,
that's all it is.
Fun. Let's have fun with it. You picked up a pretty good football player here in the last couple of days, Jaylen Phillips from UCLA.
Yeah, I don't know a bunch about him, but I know I've heard nothing but good things about him. I'm gonna have to really do some studying on him. I felt like we're gonna get him regardless. In my opinion, I felt like he was gonna come to University of Miami. He talked about it early on during the transfer portal thing, and I felt it was a done deal. He just decided to make his announcement yesterday, and I don't know if he's going to be eligible in 2019. I've heard some people say he's going to be eligible, and I've heard some people say 2020.
Yep.
So I don't know how that works. And the same thing is with Tate. I don't know what his eligibility status is at as well right now. It's still up in the air. Nothing has been definite on that. So I guess we have to figure out on Tate Martell and Jaylen. But I felt like we were going to get him regardless. I just felt like he's going to come to Miami. He talked about it. He wasn't going to stay there. Him and Tate play high school ball together. Him, Tate, Brevin. I think there's another guy. So I felt like it was a good fit for him, to come with some guys that he knows, you know what I'm saying? And what's better than South Florida, man?
That's what
With the
I
new,
hear. That's what I hear. I've
it's
only
a
gone
beautiful
as
place.
far south as Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah,
I've never made it all the way down.
Coral Gables is beautiful. I mean, that is the most beautiful campus on earth. I'm serious, man. If you go there, just the waterfalls and the lake and the swimming pool outside and just the outdoor environment. It's a gorgeous place for college kids to be in Coral Gables. I mean, it's like it's I mean, I feel like you can't get. I've been to some college campuses, and I'm not saying that I'm a Miami fan. I'm just saying that it's probably the most gorgeous campus in the United States. Not because I'm a Miami fan, it's just a beautiful campus.
So he's leaving a place in Los Angeles where you would assume it's gorgeous. It's a private school, UCLA, and probably upgrading when it comes
Yeah,
to the
and California has some
or
beautiful
outside.
women, beautiful campus. UCLA, USC, but this campus is just unbelievable. Miami campus is second to none. I'm serious. It's a gorgeous campus, and that new practice facility, they say that's probably one of the best in the country as well. So,
Shout out to Terry King. Thanks so much for contributing here to Mark Rogers TV, and a big what up to Zoe from Terry King.
what's going on, Terry? Appreciate you, my brother. It takes a little bit to keep these channels running, man. I appreciate you supporting Mark, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, we
I know
appreciate
you.
it.
I know you asked me a question about newcomers and what newcomers would make the biggest impact
Yep.
for the University of Miami. And I'm not going to talk about transfer portal guys. I'm going to talk about what freshmen I think may make a big impact. And I'm thinking I know everybody's probably going to say Jeremiah Payton, and I'm going to say the same thing. Uh, I just believe that I feel like we 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 we're gonna need help at the wide receiver. We're loaded at wide receiver, but I still feel like we're gonna need help at wide receiver. And I feel like Jeremiah's I feel like he's a guy that can come right in right away and catch some balls from us, catch some balls for us. Maybe do a little punt return, and stuff like that. I feel like he has the speed to do that. So with him, I feel like you know I feel like he'll make an immediate impact. Um, and Christian Williams, the guy that we got from Alabama
Yep.
on the defense side of the ball. I feel like he most definitely can make a big impact as a freshman. We're going to need help on the defense side of the ball. Um, so I feel like he most definitely can make an immediate impact. Um, hopefully Zion Nelson at the offensive line position. Um, people are up and down the offensive line. I think it had more to do with play call than anything. But that's a position that's a position that most people are gonna focus on. So I'm gonna focus on. Um, I believe that I probably can move him inside the guard. You know what I'm saying? As a freshman, help out a little bit at guard. But I think that he most definitely can do something. And Jafari Harvey at defensive end. Um, because we're gonna need to slide some guys in the tackle. You may be in the slide him in a little bit. I don't know because he's not that big, but I mean they're gonna put some weight on him. And Coach Diaz says is really not. They're not looking for how big you are. They're looking for how strong and how fast you can get. You can get through those gaps. You know what I'm saying? And if you can, a lot of people look at size. Well, he's only 225, so he might not be. 225 does not mean you're not strong. It just means you're not as big as some other people. But you know what I'm saying? With different schemes that Manny runs, I could see him switching them inside out, you know what I'm saying, every now and then to keep guys fresh. So those would be the few guys that I feel like can make an immediate impact coming into next year. And we definitely gonna focus on the offensive line and see how we do with that. But I think that's more play call. And I feel like the play call is gonna be a whole lot better this year than it was last year. So I feel we're fine in that.
Oh, we won't get started on that and look back. Well, we'll look forward.
Nah, we're looking forward. That's why I say I feel like it's gonna be a hell of a year for the University of Miami. A lot of people saying it's gonna take time for the offense, for Coach Enos and the offense to develop. I mean, for the kids to learn Coach Enos' offense. And he said it perfect. I'm not developing an offense for an offensive scheme for me. I'm doing one for the kids who on the team. So basically, what he's saying is he gonna make his scheme for the talent that he has. And when he said that brought music to my God. I know I've been saying that so long. You don't just have a scheme. You scheme to the talent that you have.
Yep.
So that's what he said he's going to do, and I think it's going to make it so much easier on the quarterbacks and on the quarterbacks who's gotten a bad rap and the offensive line who's gotten a bad rap. I feel like he's going to make the offense a lot simpler, and just to design around the players that we have, and that's what great coaches do. Bill Belichick, probably the greatest coach of all time, and he's done it several different ways. He's never had the same offense. You know, with the same quarterback, he's always changed up offenses for this. I remember the two tight end offense. Remember the Randy Moss offense. You know, he's done it several. The running back with Corey Dillon. You know, when he had Gronk and Aaron Hernandez, when he had Randy Moss and Wes Welker, he did it so many different ways, and that's what great coaches do.
They have really been taking advantage of these little slot receivers they've had over the last few years with Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola. You mentioned Wes Welker. That is,
and it started with Wes Welker. It started with Wes. I remember he took him from the Miami Dolphins. It started with him, and sorry he didn't get a ring. I was, you know, I'm not a New England fan. I'm glad I wanted him to get one, but you know, not when he left. You know, I always root against New England always root against New England. And
I'm right there with you. I am sick. I am tired. I am sick and tired of watching that over and over and over. It's to their credit, but man, it seems like they get every break in the book.
They get some calls, but that Tom Brady guy, man, oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
He's clutch. He's pretty good. I think he's at least top 30 in NFL history.
Top 30 or so.
We'll top 30. Around top 30 quarterback. Yeah, it's up there.
Well, we'll get him in there. We'll get him in there. Maybe a slot or two behind Joe Flacco. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. You know, pick your poison.
So, you going to be able to make it down for any of those spring practices?
Yes, I'll be able to make a few spring practices. Gonna try to make the main. I'm gonna try to make a few early, and then the main one they're gonna have one main spring practice in Miami. They're gonna have the biggest one in Orlando. So I'll definitely make those two, but I'm trying to make maybe two or three before then.